You're probably wondering why my hair looks slightly different. Well, not my hair, since probably the same as one. But why I look different? That's because I recorded this on a separate day. Like the phone went off during the vlog, and I completely lost my tempo. And I went to go back and re-record it, and I just couldn't find my mojo. So I thought, since what I recorded was good, so I just wanted to continue and elaborate. And I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record in advance, but I just want to get my thoughts out there. So what I essentially want to get down to is Uncle Grandpa is just very mean spirited. These characters, most of them are unlikable. Half the time they're being jerks to each other, like especially Pizza Steve, to a point where he becomes unlikable. And Blue from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends was also very self-centered, selfish, jerk to everyone. But it was not every episode, every line. It was like, okay, sometimes he would be they take it a little too far, like trying to think. Trying to think. There were a couple times they took it too far, but for the most part, I mean. But, there were a fair amount of episodes like Frankie, My Dear, or the Wild Party one where, Blue wouldn't take it too far and he would be fun and it would be a good show. I mean, this is a bit more in line to My Gym Partner's a Monkey, where Jake from that show just was constantly causing trouble for Adam to a point where I'm just like, how did Adam become friends with him and why do we live with him? And with Pizza Steve, it's very similar. It's like, why? I mean, okay, Uncle Grandpa, I get he's in it, but why does Mr. Gus, like, I don't know, it's just baffling that this character exists because he's so obnoxious. And I think that's what ultimately this show boils down to. Because, yes, it's weird and quirky, but I really don't care about anyone. Uncle Grandpa, I think more times he just comes across as annoying than funny, like, or just way too weird, like Belly Brothers with the belly thing. Or the best example is, was the episode where he eats a kid's homework. Like, a kid works on his diorama and he eats it. And first off, dick move on Uncle Grandpa's part. But second, his method to get a new one is like, oh, I'll just get a new one, which is nice. But then Uncle Grandpa's like, well, since the pyramid fell apart, let's just scare the teacher. And uses the mummy, scares the teacher, and she gives the kid an A++. Now, all ended in well. It's basically saying, if you don't get your way, just threaten people. And that's not a good message. And yeah. Trying to think what else. There's I might have mentioned this earlier, but the worst example I can think of when Pizza Steve was a complete self-centered jerk. Well, there's a couple reasons. But it was probably in the Bad Morning episode when he uses Uncle Grandpa's bed to drive out and get a sundae. And he doesn't put it back and doesn't mention it. When he gets caught, he pretty much makes excuses and stuff. It's like, he's never serious. And I get this as a character, but he's so unlikable. And it doesn't help that he has a terrible design. The voice being done for him is obnoxious. And I feel sorry if the actor voicing him, if that's his actual voice. Again, I mean, Mr. Gus is, again, the only one likable. But, again, it's really hard to make a character voiced by Kevin Michael Richardson unlikable. I mean, that guy's a talented actor with a really cool sounding voice. And I probably should talk about the shorts now. The shorts I really don't care for. I mean, sometimes they're amusing, but oftentimes they're just either lame extensions of the show or they're just like unwatchable. Like, there's the one with the teddy bear and the hot dog, and oh my gosh, there's one where he climbs up the pole and it's just so depressing. It's like, yeah, that guy's screwed. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. So yeah, going forward, again, I'm probably not going to do any more of these vlogs, I mean, unless the show's quality improves, which it could. I mean, season 2, it could be better, but more than likely not. So, for one thing, here's what you need to fix. First off, I mean, don't fix the weird continuity messes that I like. It's a creative and imaginative, and it creates a show where anything goes, and that is cool. But I think the main thing is you need to work on the characters. These characters need to feel likable, mean spirited. You need to tone down Pizza Steve's egocentricness. You need to make him less of a jerk. You need to focus more on Uncle Grandpa's positivity than not. And just overall, I guess just improve your writing. Like, actually be smart and clever. And because as of right now, I'm really dreading when I see the Uncle Grandpa crossover of Pizza Steve, Uncle Grandpa and Steven Universe crossover, which I really have a feeling that was a studio executive decision. That wasn't Rebecca Sugar's call, because see. I don't think those two shows work. So yeah, if you have any thoughts on Uncle Grandpa, leave them in the comments below. Like, dislike, subscribe, and if I stumble upon anything brilliant, or if I think the show has changed significantly at all by the end of season 2, I'll probably do a vlog about it then. Until then, this is JStar260 signing out, and I'm gonna go back to Steven Universe because that is a fun show. Until then, take care.